Hey, everybody. Sean and Dana here from Zero to Income. And today we want to answer a question that Living the Lava left on a video for us about a week and a half or so ago on ideal directories. And so, what we're going to do, he shared a video that was kind of an intro video for ideal directories, looking at all of the features that one would get if they decided to go with ideal directories. And so Dana, who specializes in directories, that's kind of one of his niches that he's really experienced in. He's done a number of websites with ideal directories. He's going to take a peek at
with
this
with
video.
brilliant directories.
Oh, yes, with brilliant directories.
Yes.
And we're going to take a peek at this video that Living the Lava shared with us and do our first reaction video. So with that being said, shall I go ahead and pull that up?
Yes, let's go for it. Let's do it. I've not seen this. I'm curious. I don't know that much about ideal directories, by the way. I have researched all of these platforms, some in the past, but I've landed on two in particular: brilliant directories and eDirectory. And most recently, I've just focusing on brilliant directories, just as what I think is probably the best one out there. But however, I don't know what I don't know. So let's see this pricing structure and kind of drill into this and try and figure out this pricing.
So let's go ahead and let's pop over this to this video and check it out. So what do we say? We go ahead and click on play, and you let me know when to pause it, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good.
Hey, it's Justin here, and I want to walk you through the Ideal Directory's pricing plans so you can choose the one that makes the most sense for you. We offer 3 plans, and the biggest difference between them is the number of listings you can sell and the inclusion of some really cool features like client billing and our local prospecting tool.
Okay, let's stop right here. All right. So one thing that everybody who you're getting ready to start niche and directory marketing. Here's something you need to know about all of the platforms. This isn't ideal directories, brilliant directories, eDirectory, all of them. I would say that all of them are confusing. Okay, first of all, let's just get out of the way. You're going to have to do some research. What do you really need it to do for you? And kind of let that kind of like be the watermark for what you're going to choose. And obviously, you want to choose a platform that's got more capabilities than what you need on day one. But one of the biggest questions, one of the biggest problems is, you can watch a video like this right out of the gate. And if you don't know exactly the terms that they're talking about, then you're gonna be confused. And one thing he said right off the bat here was the biggest difference is the amount of listings, the amount of subscribers you can have, right? Isn't that that's what I heard?
Yep.
But when you look at the basic account, $159. Look, they don't want anybody on the basic account. You can see that from the pricing. They either want you to go to pro or enterprise. Just get that out of the way. Because 100 listings in one admin account list, so 100 listings, you're going to fill that up in no time. And it's not because you're going to fill it up with subscribers. It's because you're going to need to load more than 100 listings on your directory site in order for it to start really getting recognized on Google and the SEO and all of that. So I would just throw that basic one away, unless you literally only need like 10 businesses, 20, 50 businesses. And I would focus on the rest, these other two.
Yeah, even that 500 businesses, when I'm looking at this, I look at something like this as being a place for the average Joe to come and find a professional. So let's just say that you're running a directory for plumbers, and I'm someone looking for a plumber. I want to be able to go to a site that has lots of plumbers. I don't want to go to a site that only has 500 plumbers.
That's right. But you might have it really targeted down to something very specific that there's only a few of in a particular area, Chinese restaurants in Holly Springs, North Carolina. And there might only be, 15, 20 places or less.
Yeah.
Now, that's a terrible example, because if you're niched down that hard, you're probably not going to get too much traffic. All right.
It's actually a good example, because if let's just say that you have 5,000 listings and you're collecting those 5,000 listings across the United States, you might only have, if I'm calling from Holly, North Carolina, and I'm looking for a plumber there, the chances of me finding a plumber there with only 500 total listings over the whole country is going to be very, very slim. Where if you've got a much higher number, the chances are going to go up that maybe I'm going to have somebody in my area.
Yeah.
So
Right,
that's the way I see that. Yeah.
All right, keep going. I'm curious where he's going with this.
Basic plan is $159 a month, and with that, you can have up to 100 listings on your site. But this plan does not include client billing or the local prospecting tool. It's mostly for students, hobbyists, and nonprofits. But
there you go.
$40 more, our professional plan is $199 per month. And with that, you can sell up to 500 listings. Plus, you can charge your clients using the client billing feature. Let me show you.
Client billing is required in any directory platform. I would say client billing's got to be required in even the smallest plan. Otherwise, you're going to be manhandling all of this information. It's hard enough to get your business directory started, but if you're going to try and get your business directory started and you're going to be trying to manhandle information, where do you have time to make phone calls and be proactive with your customers when you're also trying to figure out, did they pay this month? I got to remember, I got to collect money from this person or that person. I'm imagining in this area, I might be wrong, but I'm imagining that the client billing ties into to Stripe or some payment system. I mean, Stripe is the standard, really the gold standard for many of these directory websites or many businesses in general. System.io, all of this stuff uses Stripe. So if you can't interact with a billing system, then you're just really crippled. It doesn't scale. You're going to be spending all your time and energy. And so I would say you can't consider something that doesn't give you the ability to do client billing out of the box.
So if we reflect back to or direct ourselves back to Living the Lava's question, he wanted us to confirm, does Brilliant Directories have a recurring billing and charging, an auto recurring billing?
Absolutely. Living the Lava. Listen, if it doesn't, it's not, in my opinion, shouldn't even be classified as a proper directory service because it needs to be autonomous, right? For your customers to go there. So I can tell you, eDirectory, Brilliant Directories, out of the box, from my understanding, every plan is going to have a client billing module. It's just, actually, it's not even called a module. It's just the way it works.
Yeah.
It's the way that if they haven't paid and their listing that their listing is controlled and goes inactive. It's the way that they can go in there and they can say, you know what, I want to upgrade and I now want to pay a new monthly fee of this much. It's the way that they select whether they want a yearly or a monthly plan. All of that is wrapped up into that. Now, I would say one step further than that, eDirectory has a way to invoice a customer for additional services. Like you can go in and fill out a little invoice. So if you're going to be doing like a lot of consulting work and those sorts of things, then eDirectory does have some of that in there. But the rest of the handicaps of eDirectory, unless you're specifically looking for something super easy that you don't plan on integrating anything else with, then I would say that might be a platform you'd consider. But Brilliant Directories, and in the two higher plans here on Ideal Directories, that's really essential. So you got to drop that bottom one, that whatever 140, whatever it was, you could drop that one right off the list, and focus on the other two remaining plans, 197 and 297, I think it was. Yeah.
Okay. Should I go ahead and hit start again?
Yeah.
All right.
This is your site. Businesses can come to your site, choose the plan that they want, and sign up to pay for their listing right from your site. So it makes it really easy to collect money from advertisers, and they don't.
Oh my goodness. He's laying it on so thick. This is what a directory site is. Wow. You've just defined what a directory site is. And if they can't do this themselves and automatically get their listing enabled, you might have an approval process where you have to approve a new advertiser. That's normal too. Some sites you have that turned on by default. Some sites you can turn it off. eDirectory, you can turn that on or off. Brilliant Directories, I don't know if I've used it in Brilliant Directories, but I believe there is a way to kind of like have it be approved, have it need to be approved. But what he's defining here is how any directory site should work. So don't think that what he's saying here is specific to Ideal Directories, like they have something special nailed down, some special formula, because that's not the case. They all do this.
Yeah. And so also a little bit of clarification here. The original pricing that we were looking at for $149 a month, $199 a month, and I think it was $297 a month, that was the price that we would pay for the directory. Now, what we're looking at here, this is an example of a company coming to say, hey, I'd like to have my company listed on your directory. Yeah. So in my example of a plumbing business, we could call this East Meadow Plumbing Direct. And I would be coming to the directory and I would be saying, hey, I'm willing to pay you $50 a month to have my company listed on your directory.
Yes, that's right. So, that's the pricing that they have set up. Now, you also have different tiers, like different prices for the customers. It might include different tiers. It might include homepage advertising. Maybe you've got a carousel on the homepage for your top tier. Maybe you've got, maybe they get banner ads included. Maybe they have access to articles and all of that. And I don't know anything here feature-wise, how Ideal Directories has changed since the last time I've seen them, but you can select those plan costs, what they are, and you can have extra features. You should be able to have extra features for your customers based off of different client plans. Like on loghome.net, if you go there and if you click on the sign up in the top right corner, you're going to see that there are 3 plans. They can select bronze, silver, or gold. And each of those plans have different features that are built in, and they can change plans anytime they want, just by going in and saying, you know what, I want to upgrade or I want to downgrade.
Yeah. And then we saw that, a little bit earlier in this video here for East Meadow. I think they had a $25 a month plan, a $50 a month plan. Right. And I think the other one was $75. You
should be able to select that, or you should at least be able to control their ability to select it. Brilliant Directories does a great job with that. You can go into Brilliant Directories. You can say, if they're on this plan, I only want to give them these options. Maybe it makes a customer reach out to you so you can offer them a little more or offer them a discount code or something else as an incentive to stay on a higher plan. But anyway, that's kind of a rabbit trail of its own. Go ahead.
Don't just pay once. The system will automatically process their card every month or year as per the frequency you set up on this plan. Okay. This makes charging your clients hands-off and super easy. Our professional plan also includes our local prospecting tool to help you find businesses in and around your area who need to advertise. Wait, what? Yes, that's right. Our system lets you conduct a search for businesses in your area that you can sell to. Watch. I'm going to type in restaurants.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a pause here because I'm pretty sure, and let me know if I'm wrong or not. Brilliant Directories has this as well.
It does.
Yeah.
eDirectory does not. Brilliant Directories does, and I've used it, and it's. I wish we were looking at Brilliant Directories screen. It kind of makes me sad to be looking at the option here, and no dissing Ideal Directories. I mean, every you've got to purge and go through laborious tasks to get yourself to a place where the maturity of where Brilliant Directories is right now.
And so when you say you'd like to look at a screen, you'd like to see the back end, right? Is what you're saying?
Oh, yeah. I can. Well, we can do that at the end. I can do that at the end.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So they have a search tool, pretty robust in Brilliant Directories. This is nothing unique again to Ideal Directories.
Cool.
But I don't know if there's pricing associated with this. I know Brilliant Directories charges per 1,000. I think it is. You pay a fee, which makes it really great and easy. Now, this is a local prospecting tool. I'm curious where he's going here, because local prospecting to me means when I see that in Brilliant Directories, it's that I can bring a site, I can basically build their basic listing from the directory data that's already available, a logo, their like introductory text, their website, and some other little pieces of information, phone number and stuff like that. I can bring that in, and then I would prospect. I would say, hey, we've given you a free listing on loghome.net. Would you be interested in some more features? If not, hey, it's fine. I'm glad to have you here. I hope that you stay around. If you have any questions, let me know. Whatever. So hit play. I want to see what this one does.
And an area of my choice, select it from the dropdown and click search. And it produces a nice long list of all the businesses in the area that you can approach. Look, we give you their name, their phone number, address, website if they have one. And then check this out. Right from this screen, you can actually add listings to your site for any or all of these businesses. Simply choose the appropriate category from the list and then click Create Listing. And boom, you instantly have a listing on your site with all of this company's most important information pre-populated on the listing.
That's cool, but I do like that Brilliant Directories has the image. We'll go and grab a logo image for the company as well, which is kind of cool. The hours of operation, I'm not sure. I'd have to look in Brilliant Directories to see if that populates.
Mm-hmm.
I think because it's grabbing all this data from Google, from a Google API in the background that you don't see, probably it does get the hours of operation, but I would have to confirm that. And of course, the map, he's probably going to mention the map. I don't know. They all do that. They all pull up maps. They're all mobile ready, so anyway, yeah.
Populate your site with local businesses. Now, let's say this restaurant wants to take ownership of this listing, add photos, their menu, and other stuff to it. All they have to do is come to the site, find their business page, and click Claim this
is
listing,
normal.
which is another awesome feature you get on this.
You can do this in eDirectory. You can do this in Brilliant Directories. You can make it claimable. That's also possible. So that's not anything crazy.
Very cool.
And they choose the plan that they want, click Get Started, and can pay for their listing and instantly start editing it. Let your site sell itself. I'll be honest with you, most people begin with this professional plan because it gives you the tools you need to run your business. You also get things like coupon code.
Right, pause. He said something that I totally disagree with. He said, let your site sell itself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I started mainvacations.com. I populated almost 3,000 listings.
Okay.
And I did it manually. eDirectory doesn't have this beautiful import tool like we just saw, like Brilliant Directories and Ideal Directories has.
Mm-hmm.
But it does not sell itself. Just because you have a directory site does not mean that you're going to just magically start getting customers. So if you've got that in your head, it is actually work. So this idea, there's no bad magic bullet with directory sites. There's no magic bullet. You've got to have a beautiful looking site. Yes. You've got to be able to get good quality listings. Yes. But just because you have a site with listings, until you actually have the traffic to support what's going on and the traffic, the demand to be able to say to a potential prospect, look, I'm getting 1,000 views of your listing per month. We can upgrade you and get you on the homepage as well. And you'll probably get, 2,000 to 3,000 more views per month with that. Is that something you might like to do? Until you get to a point that the growth is there to support somebody paying, it is very hard to transact a business listing for money. So that's my 2 cents on the work that and effort that's needed. There is no my website's going to sell itself.
Yeah, yeah. We run into a lot of that, where
Yep.
you just think that
Way harder than you think it is.
the whole you build it and they will come.
Those days are over. They used
Yeah,
to exist, Sean.
yeah,
You used to be able to just build a website and people would visit it.
yeah, yeah. Let's go ahead and click on.
And have additional users to help you manage your site, which is really helpful. Then, if and when you need more listings, you can upgrade to our enterprise plan, which is $297 per month. And with that, you can have up to 10,000 listings. But again, our most popular plan is the professional plan, this one right here in the middle, which is $199 per month for up to 500 listings. And I need to point out, there are no additional fees, no setup fees, no hidden fees, no nothing. So choose the plan that's best for you, and I'll see you on the other side.
All
Very
right.
cool.
What is
Oh, well, we got a commercial now.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can you get back to the last frame of that?
Let's
Where
see.
you've got the last pricing frame on that. Okay. Right there. You can just pause it right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Some things that you as you look at this and you think, oh, well, that's enticing. Well, this is enticing. Well, that's enticing. Listen, I've been through these and I've got 25 years of experience in tech. I've been through the whole roller coaster of, hey, I've got this domain. It's going to take off. It's going to do great. I'm going to be able to quit my job and focus on this venture. And I've been there. I've done it. I've built mainvacations.com on eDirectory. I've built loghome.net on Brilliant Directories. I own loghomeplans.com, logcabinplans.com, canadianvacations.com. I've got a lot of domains that I've had opportunity to play with over the years. And you see things on here that are going to be enticing, but I'm going to caution you. They aren't what you think they are. And one of those examples is the 30-minute kickoff call and training session.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on with these companies and I've done these 1 hour kickoffs and they're setting stuff up and they're helping you out. And you think, from everything that they're just pumping energy into you, you're just like, yeah, it's going to take off. It's going to do awesome. And then after the kickoff call is done, you're just left alone. It's like learning how to drive a car with a 30-minute or one hour session. Well, that doesn't cut it. You need more than that. You need to invest a lot of time, research. You need to understand how the people are going to flow through your website. It's not just a matter of, in these kickoff calls, a lot of times you're throwing up a logo, you're throwing up this, that, some other things to kind of like get a basic structure there. But then it's like, then the work really starts. The easy stuff's done now.
And even if you've got a really quality 30-minute call, I mean, you got something that has this many bells and whistles and nooks and crannies to get into. 30 minutes is not going to be much to get into. And that's if you're getting a quality 30-minute call. I've been on calls where they just get on and say, what do you want to talk about? And you're like, whoa, no structure whatsoever. So we're talking best case scenario. It's a quality call. They're trying to get you set up. But after that, I mean, there's a lot to know.
Yeah. Now, I had said before that every directory company has confusing pricing. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take that back a little bit here with Ideal, because I do think that their pricing structure is easier. Living the lava. I think you're right. I think they point out some things on here where he's like, there's nothing extra, no plugins. You're not paying for any extra plugins. You're not paying for any extra this or any extra that. But I would also say, if you're interested in any of these, maybe you've got two options that you're like, I got Ideal Directories and Brilliant Directories, and I'm not sure which one to pick. It's really a matter of price. What you do, insider secret, just get on their mailing list. Mm-hmm. Because when you're on their mailing list, they're going to start marketing to you. And when they start marketing to you, eventually you're going to see a deal that you can't resist. And that's probably going to be the one you're going to go with. And that happened to me. Brilliant Directories marketed to me. I got some percentage off. And by the way, we have a link. We'll put it in here. If you go to that link and you use the code 0 to income, 0, the number 2, income, all caps, it's 30% off. They've got a very generous affiliate program at Brilliant Directories. And I love the platform. I can't say enough good things about it. And we'll actually pull it up here in just a second.
Yeah.
But when you look at this 500 business listings, you're going to, like I told you, I had about 3,000 business listings for Maine Vacations, and I was having a very hard time turning anybody into a paying customer. So you might be on an enterprise plan with this, with 4 or 5,000 listings, and having a hard time getting it going. That's quite possible. $297 a month, that's a lot of coin to be putting down until you actually have, paying members. I think I mentioned in one of the videos already, I set up, that was one of our community calls, Sean. I'm actually going to have to do a video about this now. Mm-hmm. I ended up launching loghome.net, paid for itself out of the gate when I launched. I didn't have to buy it because I already had people that were willing to hop in early to get homepage presence and all of that at loghome.net, which is a very premier domain. So if you have a very premier domain to use, then you might be able to not have to worry about coming up with the money out of the gate. You can take your time and figure out which platform you want, which is a much better way to spend your time and energy than just jumping on board with one of these listing platforms. So there's some things on here, like it says client billing. And like I said, that's there already on all the reputable brands. Inserting banner ads, they can all do that. The auto SEO, Brilliant Directories has a really great system for this. I don't know what Ideal Directories does, but anyway, so when you look at these lists, you have to look at them with hesitation. You also have to look at them like, if I was trying to sell something and I wanted to put as many things in a bullet list, what could I come up with that I could put on the bullet list to make it look bigger than it really is?
Yeah.
Priority support for the enterprise plan. You don't get that on the, it's like, I'm going to give you priority support. It's going to cost you an extra $100 a month, but hey.
Now, some other thoughts that I had while you were talking about getting going and the success that you had with loghome.net, and that is, you might do one thing, and it's called pre-selling, is you could get involved in a Facebook group. Again, I don't know why, but I keep bringing up the example of a plumbing directory. But you go and you join some Facebook groups that are focused on the plumbing industry, and you interact on there, get to know everybody in there, and then you just post a comment and say, hey everybody, quick question: if I was to develop a plumbing directory, nationwide plumbing directory, how many of you guys would be interested in that? And give me some ideas. Is this something that you do already, and what's your success with that? And then test the waters. And if you get some people in there saying, yeah, you maybe have 15 people say, yeah, I'd be all over that. You've kind of pre-sold it, and you say, okay, cool, I'm going to go, by the way, I've just going to set this up, and here's the link. And you've pre-sold it. Another thing that came to mind while Dana was talking also is go check to see if Ideal Directories has got a Facebook group, dedicated to Ideal Directories. Brilliant Directories does. And it's a great place to go just to see what kind of support is available in their Facebook groups from the community, from people from Brilliant Directories and from Ideal Directories who are part of that Facebook group. And that'll also kind of give you an idea of just kind of the support that you might receive, kind of what kind of a foundation is there for you. Things like that, I think, are really important to kind of keep in mind while you're going through this and chomping on this idea of where should I go.
Yeah. Sean, if you can turn on screen share.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll share my screen.
All right. Should be good.
All right, cool. So this is loghome.net. This is the site that I've got built. And it's really, I love it's dynamic. It works great on mobile and everything. So I'm just kind of touting brilliant directories for a minute. So I'm going to go over here. This is the back end. And if I come down to, oh, dang, where is it? I don't go in there very often. Okay, it's business data. If you go to my members, business data, they give you out of the box, they give you some credits. I think it was 100 credits or 50 credits to start with. But you can go in here and like I can also look at my imports that I've already done. I can go in here and I can select log home builder, right? And then I could say United States. Well, I could say North Carolina, USA, right? And here's what's cool here. You get the, where is it? The logo show up. Let me just do search for records and see what comes up. So enter number to import. I could just import one. And you see right out of you see here, I got 99,943 spots still available on my site.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So, got a lot of room where I could put these guys. And I wonder if I have an example of one. Let me give you an example of one that I actually imported so you can see it. Let's go over here, search. Here's one. So this was one I imported. I didn't have to do anything extra to this. And look how this came out. It grabbed text. It's got them on the map. You know, these maps move around and all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. And I might have put them in a category. It looks like the phone number because of the +1 doesn't look properly formatted. But I mean, for the most part, this is fantastic. Now, did I get the hours? I did not, but I wonder if I didn't ask for it. No, I don't think the hours of operation come in. So ideal directories, you've got that one up on Brilliant. Yeah. But Brilliant is doing a lot of improvements all the time to their system. I could talk ad nauseum about Brilliant Directories, the back end, any of that. And I want to thank Living the Lava. Now, I don't know if you live like on a volcano or what, how you come up with that name. But if you or anybody else has any more questions about Brilliant Directories, about the back end, you want to see a demo of something, hey, let me know. I'm more than happy to try and answer some of your questions. And I really greatly appreciate you asking that about ideal directories, because it has been a long time since I've looked at ideal directories. So yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think it's helpful to be able to go and kind of compare them again and look at, again, you've got the experience with e-directories and you've got, it sounds to me like a favorite with Brilliant Directories, but you never know. It doesn't mean there's not other players out there that would be solid.
I was going to mention, and I totally forgot. I was going to mention the pricing. If you go to the pricing plans on Brilliant Directories, let me share this screen here real quick again. So pricing wise, you see this like little plan down here, $145 a month, right? Well, that's actually the smallest. That's actually got the ability to handle up to 100,000 members.
Wow.
It's not 10,000, it's 100,000 out of the gate for that price. It's 100% unbranded, white labeled, meaning you don't have a little icon in the bottom of the bottom corner of the screen saying this is Brilliant Directories or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And I would never want to do that on a directory site anyway. So this yearly plan, and then you got this lifetime plan here. Now, let me tell you something about this, because, okay, so you said it was $297 a month. So let's run the math real quick. What is that?
3,600 a year, roughly.
How much is it?
Well, if it's 300 a month,
oh yeah,
times 12,
so it's basically $3,600 a year. for their
Yeah.
biggest plan. Now, one thing, and this is where I was saying about the pricing being a little confusing, is that when in Brilliant Directories you have these add-ons, and some of these add-ons you're just gonna want to have, and the add-ons are $10 a month.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're getting this plan right here, 1450 one-time fee, they're going to host it with email. Okay, email is going to be included. An email system is there. You can use an email client on your computer or whatever to access it. You can also access email straight in the back end of the system. You don't have to worry about trying to set up MailChimp or any of that to try and connect to it. You can set newsletters and all of that stuff straight from Brilliant Directories. Really powerful tools. So you're going to get that out of the gate. All of that's going to be included. And then there's going to be, some things that you're going to want to pay for, like the $10 a month SSL cert.
Mm-hmm.
And Brilliant Directories, if you guys watch this video, I'm going to say it again, just include it. Please just include it. Everybody needs to be running on SSL. It's ridiculous that anybody would not. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there's my rant. And so you've just got a lot of great tools, and their support is rock solid. It's just fantastic. So at $14.50 one-time fee, and then end up paying like $10 a month to get started with the SSL cert, and then you might end up with a few more. You might end up paying at most $50 a month or something like that. And if you pay up to $99 a month, then it's like you're all in. You got the VIP club membership, and any plugin you want is included at $95 a month. 75 up to 75 different plugins, and the plugins are powerful. They're not cheap. They are very powerful tools. Cool. That's it.
Cool.
Done speaking.
Very cool. Yeah.
So long and short of it,
it sounds to me like from what you've said so far, though, when you compare the side by side of Brilliant Directories to Ideal Directories, what we're looking at here is that, yes, Brilliant Directories can do pretty much everything that Ideal Directories does, with some limitations, some different minor differences as far as office, or not office hours, but hours of operation weren't included with Brilliant Directories.
Importing that. No, yeah, I can still do hours of operation in the customer's profiles, right? But they didn't just automatically import it.
Yeah. And what blows me away here is this minimum monthly plan of $145 a month having 100,000 members.
Yeah.
Compared to Ideal Directories minimum plan at $159 a month, giving you a whopping 100 business listings. So
yeah. It seems like Ideal needs to upgrade their business model. And actually, let's take a look right now and see if it's the same. Let's see if the pricing's the same still, because maybe they've upgraded it since.
Well, I've got their page open, and it's a pricing forward. There you go. $159 a month. Yep. Yeah.
So, yeah. Do your research. That's the big thing. Do your research. Don't take my word for it. Just because I've fallen in love with Brilliant Directories. Don't take my word for it. Do your research. But if I was going to do it all over again, I would have never done eDirectory for mainvacations.com. I just would have done everything in Brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
I have such heartache for the money I've spent with trying to get that one launched, and it's not made me any money. So,
and that's a story we hear with other platforms that people use. They'll go and they'll start with a platform, and a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of sunk in money, and ends up with a lot of regrets of, man, I wish I would have found this other platform sooner. I wish I would have found Brilliant Directory sooner.
Yep.
Yeah. So cool.
All right. Well, Sean, we're going to get out of here.
Well, for anybody watching, we do have a whole playlist for Brilliant Directories. Check it out. And we just want to say thanks for watching, and Living the Lava. Thanks for the question, man. Really appreciate it. Have a great day.